ass and Gwent.
That's right. Give it the good old hawk. No, never mind. Not a kid. Never mind.
No, not a kid. I'm still about to beat his little ass though.
Wee wee.
Yes. About to fucking go down.
You gotta go down.
So how's it going, man?
Hang on.
How's life?
Oh my god. Hold on. You're dead.
No, I said I didn't really have to. I ain't say
Okay, now my microphone is not open anymore. It's closed. I'm not talking in game chat anymore, just randomly.
There you go.
We're doing good. Staying busy, as per usual. Just having fun with it, doing what we can.
Yeah.
Surviving as best as one can in today's society.
Oh my god, they're gonna get me started. God. How's Ginger and the kiddos?
They're good. They have their moments
Of course.
as does everybody. Yeah, it's just been. Hold on. Excuse me.
Yeah, we still winning shit though, nigga. We winning by 1 point.
Please mute everybody. There we go. Holy cow. Yeah, it's been busy recently. Trying to, the state of the world, if you will, has been not the most ideal.
No, it has not.
Especially with the events that have transpired as of recently. Yeah, it's not fun. But, just grinding when you can, or grinding while you can for sure. Staying positive. Just hoping that it'll get better.
Yeah. It's very interesting to to try to have conversations with my parents about how it's so fucking difficult as people our age, our generation, dealing with the economy and the state of the world as it is.
Yes.
And they're just like, oh, you just gotta save up, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's fucking hard.
It's hard to save
because
up when
everything's so goddamn expensive.
Right. It's hard to, great in concept. Yeah, of course. I don't get me wrong, but you need to have a large cojones in order to do that, I guess you could say. If that makes sense, in regards to saving up, either that or have, dual income, which is not out of the realm of impossibilities, but, sometimes it is a little impossible.
Yeah. Is Ginger? Is she still getting her degree?
She's still working on it. I mean, she's taking she's taking a little rest right now from it because it's been doing it with two little ones is tough.
Sure.
But she's making it, doing what she can when she can. So I mean, it's just taking it a step at a time. I'm thinking about getting on it. I'm trying to get in at Nova Nordisk.
Okay, nice.
Just because.
What would you do there?
So Chris Montoya He moved over from Griffles. So hopefully, probably doing something similar to what I was doing, if not, a little bit different. Maybe more like on the repair side of the machinery and stuff like that. But I think there I'd have more opportunity to grow than where I'm at now, and it would the work-life balance would not be as strenuous, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a 2-2-3, but still you work 2 days, 12 on, 12 off. So which I mean, honestly, it's kind of what I'm already doing. If I'm working 80 hours a week as it is, then
Dude, are you seriously regularly pulling 80s?
Not regularly, but they do happen occasionally. It's not out of the realm of impossibilities. You know, I think the average I would say is like 60, 50 to
God,
60.
dude, 60 is still a lot though.
Yeah, it is. But you know what we get paid is
Jeez.
not cutting the grease. You know, it's just not. And you know, things are only getting more expensive. You know, which which is fine, I guess. Not really, but I mean,
No, it's not.
it's not, but I can't control that. Right. It's like the other day I was joking around. I went to the grocery store to do some grocery shopping, and I came back and I was like, as a joke, I was like, I brought the thing of eggs in, and I was like, wait, hold on, I gotta clear the corner. Hold on.
Careful, we got fucking high value items coming in.
Exactly. My wife, Ginger's like, what is going on? I'm like, this has to be the most expensive thing that was bought today, or something like that. And she's like, you ain't lying. Holy cow. There's just a lot, But there's only so much one person can do.
It's fucking brutal, man.
It is, and it sucks because I wanna, we want to get out of this house eventually. I want to stay here forever. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a decent house, but it's not like, oh my gosh, the dream home.
Yeah.
We may not get our dream home until we're in our 30s, 50s. I don't know.
30s, 50s.
At this rate, never. I don't know.
No. That's one of the biggest things. I was looking because I really want to move out, but it's so fucking difficult because I'm like I want to be financially responsible and I want to make sure that I'm not just I'm not being, I guess it wouldn't be house poor, it'd be fucking apartment poor.
Of course.
And I was looking at it, and the average rent here in Nashville, okay, for a studio apartment, okay, average rent for a studio. No, not even a bedroom. Studio is like.
Oh, that's right.
There's no bedroom. It's like one big room basically. Like it's basically just one big room with a kitchen and the living room, bedroom. It's all one thing. The only thing that's really separate is there's like a door on the bathroom, whatever.
Sure.
Which it's fine for one person. I don't need anything crazy big, so that'd be fine. But guess what the average rent for that is here in Nashville?
So I'm not. So here is probably. I'm probably gonna say for y'all, like $1,850.
Not quite that much.
Okay.
It's about $1,550 or $1,600.
Yep. That's ridiculous.
It's still crazy.
That's absolutely.
Dude, I make net about $43,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's what I make net.
Yeah.
So that's, what would that be, like, I don't know, like 45, 50, almost half of my entire income on fucking rent.
Yeah.
So
that's ridiculous.
it's absolutely insane.
What's going on here, James? 69. Oh. But yeah, it's just, and I don't know if it's gonna get any better. That's the whole thing. I don't. I know this whole, no tax on overtime, no tax on tips. Great.
It's great, but when is it getting implemented?
Exactly. Because if that's the case, sure, I'll work a 60-hour or 50, 60-hour work week and not whine or bitch and complain too much. But still, it's just like, God bless it. What's happening?
I know.
And then I don't know. I'm sure you have, just for sake of conversation, like, what were your thoughts on what happened yesterday?
With Zelensky?
Yeah.
So Colin, I find more and more as more and more shit happens in my lifetime, and the more and more things that I experience, I discovered that black and white thinking
Yeah.
is almost never useful because
Yeah.
very little in this life is black and white. There's almost always truth to be found in the middle and in the
Yeah.
gray area.
Yeah.
And so this is another one of the situations where I find that the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Yes.
Do I think that Vladimir Putin is a tyrannical madman? Yes.
Of course.
I think he's absolutely fucking crazy. He invaded a sovereign nation and he should be punished for it.
Absolutely.
Do I think that Zelensky is a little shit that is corrupt and fucking stole billions,
Yeah.
billions, hundreds of billions from America and other countries
Oh yeah.
to most likely not give it to his people and pocket a lot and
mean, he-
profiteer off a war?
Correct.
100%.
I mean, he has a fucking yacht. He's got fucking.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
Bro, there's no.
Yeah, so it's like I can only give a shit so much about him. Obviously, like the Ukrainian people, you know, the common folk, absolutely, I have a heart for.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can only give a shit so much about Zelensky and his profiteering war.
Right.
Now, to be fair, did JD and Trump maybe get a little bit too heated? Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. I think they maybe could have toned it back a little bit. You know, there maybe wasn't really. You know, my dad was like, he was disrespectful. I'm like, okay, was fair enough. Was Zelensky a little disrespectful? Sure. Yeah, sure. Maybe he, you know, didn't choose his words exactly carefully. You know, he kind of had this weird haughtiness to him that was kind of
Sure.
odd.
The demeanor was definitely a little.
Yeah, it was strange, especially you're in front of the press. You know,
Yeah.
like that's,
Yeah.
you have to keep a certain air of, you know, professionalism and diplomatic nature when you're in front of the press.
I would agree with that.
Especially when you're in the Oval Office, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, is all that true? Absolutely. But do I give a single fuck about their stupid war? No, I don't. I don't.
Right.
Like, I just don't care. I care about the people that it's affecting, you know, but I just don't give a shit about their stupid war. I
Yeah.
just don't care. You
We got our
know?
own shit to deal with. Oh.
Exactly. We have our own problems.
Of course.
Like, the last thing that we need is to worry about a war 5,000 miles away across an ocean.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
You know? So, I don't know. I think that NATO, especially the European nations that make up NATO, need to actually step up and take responsibility
Yes.
in fighting back against Putin and helping the Ukrainian people, not the government,
Right.
the people, right? Provide aid and all that. But I'm very much an isolationist, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck them. We've got our own shit to deal with. our own people are suffering.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my whole rant about it. I'm curious to know your thoughts.
Honestly, I'm more or less in the same boat. It's just there's a time and a place for what happened yesterday, and on live television was not it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Totally agree with
appreciate
that.
the transparency. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, there's a time and a place for it.
Yeah.
You know, and yesterday was not it. Yesterday was.
I agree.
Like you said, Zelensky, is he a good person? I don't think so. Is the way I looked at it, Kobe, and this is me being honest, JD and Vance were like two kids having an argument, and then Trump was the mediating dad in the middle. And then once he found out that his son, quote unquote, you know, which in this case would be Vance, you know, once Trump was like, hey, you're stepping on too many toes here, cuz shut up. You know,
Yeah.
that's basically the end of it.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
just like there's a time and a place, like I said. But at the end of the day, I don't think that was yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. I
Um,
agree.
I don't know why there was nothing signed. I really don't.
Well, I think that Zelensky didn't like the terms of the deal.
Which, fair enough, each their own. But at the same time, this is
But he knew the terms before he walked in.
correct.
That's
correct.
the problem.
And I
It's
mean,
like,
I
okay,
don't know.
fine, you don't like the terms, but you knew the terms before you got in here.
Correct. I don't know if you saw like Marco Rubio's reaction to the whole disaster class that was yesterday.
I didn't see. What did he have to say?
Well, just his facial expressions would said everything. You know, you didn't need anything else other than just his absolute glare that he was giving. Because Marco Rubio went over there and it was like, hey, look, we're willing to give you this, peace deal, whatever. And we're willing to give you this peace treaty, blah blah blah. And they're like, and then he kind of like poo-pooed all over it. You know?
Yeah.
And that was the whole reason Rubio went over there. Fair enough. And I could see where Rubio would have been pissed about it for sure. That's like a fucking slap in the face. And I just don't know what's next, And
Yeah.
because like the way I see it is it's very simple. Like if you really wanted to see, if you really wanted peace, you would have said, okay, here's how can we do that, and then proceed to signing the documentation that Putin wants a ceasefire. What's happening to where what is the? I understand he wants to make it seem like he's got the big balls and everything like that. Fair enough. There's better ways to go about doing things.
Yeah. Yep. I completely agree.
And I don't think it was that way.
Yeah. And again, it's like I just think the whole situation's fucked. It's like we should have never gotten in the middle of this
They're not
to begin with in the first place.
Correct. I mean, yeah, they may be like a sovereign nation or whatnot, but they're not an ally necessarily.
Well, and they're under NATO's protection. And
I thought that was
here's my thing. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I thought that's one of the things, or that was one of Zelensky's things that he wanted. Is he wanted to be under NATO's protection, whereas right now he's not.
That is true. They're not Ukraine isn't part of NATO.
Yes.
But basically, like every European country is. So my thing is like, there's 30 European countries over there that are part of NATO. Why don't you help your neighbor out? Right? They're not our neighbor. They're our neighbor fucking 5,000 miles across on the other side of the planet. They're not our direct neighbor. And here's my thing. Here's how I look at it, Colin.
Sure.
If let's just flip the tables, right? Let's say Canada
tables. Yep.
let's say Canada invaded the U.S. Right?
Yeah.
Canada invades the U.S. and we're in the middle of this big war, right?
Yeah.
Would me and you as American citizens be like, hey, France, fucking send us billions of dollars and like tanks and shit?
Mozambique,
No.
please.
No, right? Like what? No.
Yeah.
Why in the hell would we be asking them for help? It doesn't make
Exactly.
any sense. Right? They have nothing to do with it. Now, would we ask, hey, Mexico, you mind helping out a little bit? You mind, sending us some troops or some aid or some supplies or something? Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see where Mexico might have some vested interest in a war that on a continent that they're a part of. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that being the case.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
But I don't know. I just don't see it. I just do not see it.
Yeah. And I think that's the big thing is like, okay, why are we in the middle of this? What was
we should have never gotten in the middle of it.
What was the point? What is the benefit for us? And right now it doesn't seem like there wasn't really any to begin with, except going billions and billions of dollars into debt. Fair enough.
Yep.
and it's just like, oh my gosh.
Well, and I really think that Zelensky got into that because I think that Biden specifically, and Zelensky, I think, really got into a nice little fucking money racketeering corruption racket. I think that a lot of that money that I think the total the last time I looked was like $173 billion that we have sent to Ukraine. I guarantee you that the majority of that went into the pocket of Biden and Zelensky and other government officials.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because war is profitable. So I don't think we should have never gotten in the middle of it.
No.
And like one of Trump's things is like, had I been president, this war would have never started. And I actually agree with that because under Trump, we didn't have any new wars. There was not a single new war that started under Trump's reign. So you know what? I actually believe him on that.
Yeah. Agreed with that.
So
and it's just
I don't
like
know. The whole thing's fucked. Everything's fucked.
Everything's fucked.
And the people that lose are people like us, right? The American taxpayers that have been sucked dry of 173 billion.
Huh.
The Ukrainian people that have, no vested interest in this war, but have absolutely gotten
railed.
My fucking headset just did a little telling me that's gonna be a low battery warning. Fuck. But yeah, it's the little guy. It's the people like us that get fucked, and the people up top can make all the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you happen to see my my Instagram story the other day?
I can't say I did. What was it of?
Oh man, so I'm reading this book about the U.S. presidents, and I got to Rutherford B. Hayes, some totally fucking forgotten guy from he served from like 1871 to like 1875 or something.
For sure.
And basically, one of the things that he said, dude, it absolutely floored me. I was absolutely blown out of my mind when I read this. He actually wrote down in his diary, and we have, copies of it, that he basically said, I do not want to, I'm paraphrasing, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
He said, I do not want to see a world in which the government and society is how did he phrase it? By corporations, for corporations.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This dude's saying this, and this was, dude, in the 1870s.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we are dealing with the same shit. And it was totally eye-opening. It was like, oh my god, we are literally dealing with the same shit. Because back then, right, it was Vanderbilt, it was Carnegie, it was Rockefeller, it was all these super, super rich dudes.
Yeah.
And now it's, now what is it? It's Musk. It's
oh yeah, that's a whole other can of worms we're about to open up.
Oh my god, dude.
So okay.
Absolutely.
So I just sent you.
I just saw this. Yeah, this thing.
Just watch that real quick. And just listen. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow. Yep.
I mean, history.
Holy shit.
History has a way of, continuing. If I can, if I say that.
Oh yeah, no, history absolutely repeats itself. Wow.
It does.
Unbelievable, dude.
Like I don't exactly know when that like the first portion of that video was. If it was like 1970s or before, or just prior to. I'm not sure.
That looks about 60s or 70s, if I had to guess.
I would say so. Maybe 50s, like late 50s.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that. Regardless of where you sit on the political landscape, whether it be far right, middle of the road, leftish leaning, right leaning, or far left, which again, I have my my thoughts on everything in regards to that. I mean, there has to be a middle ground somewhere. You can't, if you're far left, you're wrong. If you're far right, you're wrong. So what's the middle ground? That's and that for
the
me,
extremism is bad on both ends.
Fuck yeah. There are many things that I agree with, but there's also a lot of things that are like, really, why? What's the point? And the whole the whole Elon Musk thing, that is that's interesting to say the least. Yes.
Yeah.
What he's doing is necessary, but he's not doing it the right way. If that makes sense.
No, I like Doge. Like, that's awesome. Like, absolutely get into the efficiency, cut down the fucking bullshit.
Of course.
For sure. But yeah, I don't like him. There's something fishy about him. I don't exactly. I couldn't, point to you and tell you exactly what it is.
Sure.
It's just a gut feeling, when you just have a gut feeling about someone, you're like, I don't know, something's not right here.
You kind of suspect, my friend.
Exactly. Yep.
It's just so hard, That's what she said. But it's just so. It is. It's difficult to figure out how to navigate the landscape. There's been a lot of talks of Canada invading or Canada getting ready for war with us, and then there's there's a lot of like issues in regards to like a revolution in on our side against everything, and it's just like,
oh yeah,
bruh, what is happening? Because I know you work at you still work at the Daily Wire and stuff, and it's just like, do they understand exactly what's going on? Or are they just blindly following a blind person, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I don't know. It is definitely concerning. I'm for sure concerned.
Of course, yeah.
I'm definitely concerned about our future. I'm concerned about
everything.
The future of the country. I'm concerned about the future of the Republican Party. I'm just overall concerned.
Fuck the party, fuck the parties and shit. I'm just worried in general.
Yeah.
Regardless of side or not, it's just it's not good. So for me, Ginger has more time to do some research and stuff like that, which is great. And then where I work, it's a whole bunch of red-blooded, conservatives, and I'm just like, so I'm kind of playing a two-faced person. Where at work I'm like, yeah, and then I come home and she's like, this is fucking bullshit, something like that. What's happening, in certain situations, and I'm just like, I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place at times. It's just like, yeah, okay, great. It would be fantastic if the no tax on overtime, blah blah blah, passed. Okay, great. But would I like that to pass and still have, war in the world, or all this other bullshit that's going on? No, I would much rather forget the the whole taxes and stuff like that in order to have peace everywhere. Yep. There's not one, every single person that unfortunately loses their life in a meaningless war is pointless. There's no reason for it.
Absolutely.
And I understand that America is wants to be the global superpower or what have you, but I think those days are gone.
Yeah. At what cost are we becoming the superpower?
at the cost of destroying all of our. This is just my opinion. At the cost of destroying all of our own allies.
Mm.
You think about it. What happens if we, pull out of Ukraine, or if we say, hey, or we start more aligning with, Putin, as Putin is now more inclined to sign a treaty with us in regards to rare earth and stuff like that. How does that look on the global stage to England, to all of the other allies that we have out there? It doesn't look great, because Russia and China are probably number 1 and 2, give or take, on military and nukes, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
And that's a whole other issue, and each one of those is devastation on a massive scale. And when you have I'm just gonna say an angry orange man, at the controls potentially, or of JD Vance, nothing against him, and what happens, or and vice versa. You have Putin, or you have Kim Jong Un, or Xi Jinping. All of these people. Yeah, you can make a sly comment and say, "Oh, my button's bigger." Okay, cool. It's not a dick measuring contest. You're playing with life and death.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the day, that's what you're dealing with. And from my family and I, it's difficult. We Ginger and I have had some very serious conversations. Some of them's gotten pretty heated, and ultimately we're like, okay, what happens? What do we do? It was another conversation we have had is like, okay, do we leave the country? Do we go somewhere else? And it's just like, where the fuck do we go at this point? Because that's been not a constant, but a very big weight on, I think, both of us, just because.
Yeah, because it's like, where do you go?
Right. Right. Yeah, you could go to a nice little small town in Italy, fantastic, but or Switzerland, mind you, or whatever. And it's just like,
yeah, but then you got to think about work, and what does that mean for your family and your future? That's so hard.
That's a complete 180 from what's happening now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ugh, I don't like it. Yeah. I just want to curl back up and become an 11-year-old again. Yeah.
I know, dude. Oh my god. I have thought so often about, like, man, why the fuck did I ever want to be an adult? This shit sucks.
Dude, this is fucking bullshit. Yeah. And I know it's not easy for anybody on any side. I know it's not easy for Vance or for Trump, but okay, what are you gonna do for, how do I want to put this? What are you going to do for those people? Okay, sure. You have everyone around the world watching us right now. We have a bullseye on our back.
China
is watching everything. It's ridiculous. It's like, okay, yeah, we are literally under the microscope right now, and every single move, every single thing that we say, every single thing that we do is put under the microscope, not just by the American people, but by the fucking world, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary, because one wrong thing that is said, one wrong thing that is done, we're fucked. I mean, we're fucked either way, so fuck it. And it's just like, bro, why? Ugh, I hate it. England seems to have something going on with their, electing a king or a queen. Let's just fucking go back to that bullshit, God damn. Nah.
Fuck it. Let's get a Queen America.
American Queen, you know, whatever. Fuck it. We've had men so far. What's the worst that could happen? No, I play, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough to figure out. And it's hard. Did your headset die? I think
No, but it's about to. It just fucking beeped at me again.
you were quiet for a second, like, oh shit.
Yeah, I might have cut out.
I was like, oh fuck, he's gone.
Man, I better fucking throw these back on the
Good old
back on the
Chargers.
charger.
Nah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Oh man, it's good chatting to you for a bit though, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I always love catching up with you, brother.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, if you're gonna end up skedoodling, I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing what I'm doing, and
Okay,
I'll holler at you later, my friend.
sounds good, brother. Have a good rest of your weekend, bro.
All right, you too.
All right, see ya.
All right, cheers. All right, BRB chat. All right, we back. We back, bro. Oh, I think I just shit my pants. All right. Yes. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Mm-hmm. Hang on. Mm. Bloop, bloop. Yes. Use blah. Disk cleanup. Go to stories. There it is. Data temporary uninstall unused apps. Fuck off. You gotta give that to me, chat. Alright. Not enough space. What? Start with this. Not enough space. Okay, so if I do this and I get rid of this, I should be good to go. Yes. Install. We'll be back, chat. We'll be back. right, chat?